Long, long ago, before Lord Rama, a king called Harichandra ruled over the course of the kingdom. This kingdom embodied the same, Yata Raja, Tata Praja, which means, so as the king, so will be the subject. The people of the kingdom were full of virtue. They avoided anything evil. They did not drink, nor did they gamble. They were not arrogant of their wealth, and they were truthful and just in their dealings. As a result of this goodness, there was no famine, sickness, or untimely death in the kingdom. People were healthy and strong. Women were beautiful and cultured. Together, men and women were kind-hearted, and all the people looked upon their king as their father and the queen as their mother.
Harichandra and Chandramati were such a virtuous couple that the symbol of their marriage, Chandramati's Tali or Mangal Sutra, was blessed with the magical quality of being visible only to Harichandra and invisible to others. In an extraordinary twist of fate, these very virtues brought trouble to the king and the kingdom.
One day, the great rishis Vashishta and Vishwamitra got into an argument about human nature and virtue. Vashishta claimed that there were exceptions to rule like King Harichandra, who will not lie whatever happens. Vishwamitra challenged that he will put Harichandra to such a rigorous testing so that Vashishta would be proved wrong.
Vasishta, Brahma Rishi, Namaskaram. Welcome, welcome.
Hope everything is well in Devaloka.
By your grace, we are blessed. We missed you. Where have you been? Or should I not ask?
Certainly, I have visited Bhuloka to spend time in Ayodhya with my dear student Harichandra. He is ruling his land by the rule of Dharma and has taken up a Satya. I went to support my outstanding student.
Satyavrata? I don't understand.
Abiding by truth at all times is difficult even for Devaloka. Ordinary humans would find it even more difficult. So Satyavrata means upholding truthfulness at all times, keeping your promises and never failing by a fraction. Whatever painful situation you fall into, never change your word. My Shishya Harichandra is following the Satyavrata.
Oh, so this great student of yours will never fail in the Satyavrata?
Vishwamitra, I did not see you. My Shishya will never fail.
If he fails?
The universe will turn upside down.
Oh, you have so much faith in your poor student. In that case, I will certainly make him fail in the Satyavrata.
Even if you stand upside down, you cannot.
You know my power.
I know your power, but you don't have the power to change Harichandra.
Not one. I will make him tell many lies. If I can't, I will change my name.
If you make Harichandra lie, I will cease to be Vashishta.
What is this changing names? Please, esteemed masters, do something else.
If I am unable to win by making Harichandra fail in the Satyavrata, I will give him half the power I have.
If Vishwamitra wins by making my Shisha lie, I will climb on a donkey and go around the world begging.
I will look forward to that. I am leaving for Guloka now.
I look forward to the day your arrogance is removed.
Vishwamitra, coming to earth, wondered how he could best attend Harichandra into falsehood. Vishwamitra thought, why not remove his wealth and thus ruin him and force him into circumstances where he would necessarily start telling lies? One day, a few disciples of Vishwamitra approached Harichandra and talked about the Bahu Swadna Yaga. They persuaded the king to conduct this yaga. This meant Harichandra should limitlessly give gifts to the seekers and the deserving. He completed the yaga successfully. The poor and the needy were happy with the gifts given away by Harichandra. Vishwamitra used this occasion to ask for gold. Harichandra readily agreed, but on receiving the gift of gold, Vishwamitra cunningly left the gift with the king in his treasury itself, saying that he would come back and take it.
One day, Vishwamitra learned that the king was leaving on a hunting expedition to get rid of animals which were attacking his subjects. Vishwamitra went ahead of the king and sat down in tapas in a wayside ashram. As the king's hunting party passed by, the sage created an illusion of a female in distress.
Oh, great Rishi, I'm so sorry for disturbing your tapas.
Sorry is a meaningless word. I, Vishwamitra, have been in tapas for many years. And just when I was near the end, you have disturbed it. And I have lost all my hard work. You do not know its value.
I believe in fairness and justice. What should I do to make up for your lost tapas?
The power of my tapas is greater than your kingdom.
In that case, I will give you my kingdom and all my wealth to make up for your lost tapas, which is priceless.
Really? You expect me to believe that?
O sage, I speak with great sincerity. I will keep my word.
All right. Let us go back to your court to receive your kingdom, if you mean it.
Hear me, dear ministers, generals, poets, court guests, and my people. I, Harichandra, hereby announce that I'm handing over my kingdom and wealth to Rishi Vishwamitra.
Salutations to the new king Vishwamitra.
Now that you do not own anything, how may I ask, are you going to pay my old money? Suvarna Yaga gold. Remember the gift of gold I left behind?
I am a keeper of promises. I never forget what I have promised. I shall pay it when you demand.
Listen to my royal command. Leave my kingdom immediately with your wife and child. Remember, you are a pauper now. You do not own anything. By the way, Harichandra, you have to pay me the gold which you owe me, and which I have entrusted to you.
Please, give me time to earn and settle the debt I owe you. In a month, I will pay back the sum.
All right. A month from now, I will send my shishya to make sure that you don't run away.
Harichandra thought Kashi, also known as Varanasi, the seat of the Lord Mahadeva, was a proper place for him. The once royal threesome were reduced to poor lives. The threesome had to beg for their food at the dharmasalas on their way and to do manual work to earn their livelihood.
What if I sell myself as a slave to some rich merchant and discharge the Rishi's debt? Oh no! What will happen to my wife and son if I part from them?
No! Prananada, sell me and look at us instead, so that you can repay the debt. It's much easier to find work for me as a housemaid than for you to find any work.
They are for sale! They are for sale! They are for sale! They are for sale! They are for sale!
I'll pay 50 gold pieces for this woman. She looks fit and able to do a lot of housework for my young wife.
Please, but my son.
What use is this small boy? He'll be a nuisance and I have to pay for his food.
Please, do not separate the mother and the son.
Please, take him too, I beg you. I will make sure he is not a nuisance. I beg you. I will even teach him to do small duties.
I'm not a heartless man. Bring him along. I'll even pay a little extra even though I don't need him.
Tell your guru that I will pay the full balance in a short time.
The day is coming to a close. I see you have not kept your promise. You are a promise breaker. Why don't you say you owe me nothing more, and I'll discharge you from the debt.
I deserve your anger, sage. I do owe you money, and I have to discharge your debt. I have just sold my wife and my son and repaid your debt in part. Please, give me 1 more hour, just before sunset. I will try to sell myself and repay your debt in full.
All right, sunset.
I am for sale. I am for sale. I am for sale. I am for sale. I can do hard work.
I am the chief executioner of the city. I am the guard of the cemetery on the southwestern end of the city. My job is to dispatch those who are condemned to death and to man my cemetery. I will pay 50 gold pieces for you.
What are you waiting for? When he is offering you enough money to repay my debt.
Oh, sage, I belong to the race of solar ancestry among kings. Please, do not let me become a slave to a cemetery keeper. Make me your slave for the sum of the money I owe you. I will obey your commands.
Why don't you say you owe me nothing more, and I will let you go free?
How can I say that? I still owe you money.
So, you want to be my slave?
Yes, sir. Please take me as your slave.
All right. Now that you are my slave, I discharge you from the debt. But I am selling you right now to this cemetery keeper for the sum he has offered me.
Ha ha ha! Stay on the burial night and day and watch out for the dead bodies to arrive. Collect the fee strictly from everyone. Divide the collection into 6 parts. 1 part for the king, 3 parts for me, and 2 parts will be your wages. You are also to execute those who are condemned to death and to man my cemetery. Harichandra worked for 12 months in this job. He was loyal to his master. His appearance was slowly changing like his master. He heard the crackling sound of the burning sticks on the funeral pyres and the howlings of the jackals. He was frequently reminding himself of his wife and son and would often join the lamenting funeral parties and join the loud lamentations, remembering the dead. He consoled himself that he had done the right thing to avoid being untruthful and avoid becoming a breaker of promises. He reminded himself of his guru, Vashishta, saying that Dharma was the only light that mortals had on earth, and everything else was an illusion caused by ignorance. He had to walk by this light of Dharma wherever it led him. He had to do his duties by the light, whether it's for the king of solar ancestry or as an assistant keeper of the Varanasi cemetery. It was not for him to choose.
After a miserable year in the lives of Harichandra, Chandramati and Logidas, tragedy struck. One day, when Logidas was gathering darpa grass for his master in the woods, he was bitten by a snake and died. Chandramati was not even free to wail and cry over her dead son, so she silently wept the whole day as she finished her work. Then, carrying her dead son, she went to the cremation site.
Stop! Stop! You have to pay for cremation.
Oh, sir, please have mercy on me. I do not have any money and my child has died of snake bite. Please let me cremate him.
What do you mean you are poor? I can see something shining around your neck. You have a gold chain hanging around your neck. Sell it and settle my fees.
Oh gods, what sins have I committed? That the sacred symbol of my marriage, which till now was only visible to my husband, should be seen by this cemetery keeper.
Who are you?
My husband was once a king, but a cruel creditor had forced him to sell me and our son in the market of Varanasi. I am Chandramati.
Chandramati? Logidash! Oh, my golden son. Chandramati, I am cursed. I have to collect the fees from you. Go back to your owner and beg him.
The police of the city were searching for the thief who had broken into a house, strangled a sleeping child, and had stolen the jewels on the child's body. The police saw the woman with a bundle in her hands and thought that she was the thief. Her ragged clothes and dirty appearance made her look like a criminal in the eyes of the police. She was taken prisoner and taken to the magistrate's court, and a complaint was lodged against her. "Wicked woman, don't you have any children? How heartless can you be?" shouted the magistrate. Chandramati narrated her story and explained how the bundle had come to be in her hands. The magistrate did not believe her. The magistrate condemned her to death. Before sunrise the next morning, she was led to the chief executioner of the city for being executed as a criminal. Harichandra saw this and could scarcely believe his eyes, but he had to do his duty.
Do your duty.
Stop! Oh, Harichandra, I was merely testing your virtue. Rise, Logidas. You and your family have attained a place in heaven for your unwavering adherence to virtue in the most trying circumstances. You will be known forever as the truthful one, the guardian of Satya. Harichandra will be synonymous with